Baker years of Doctor Who were some of the show's most turbulent times in its 40-year history. After Baker's first full year as the Doctor, the show was put on a hiatus for 18 months, before finally returning with the much-hyped Trial of a Time Lord season. However, that wasn't enough to save Baker from being blamed for the show's declining ratings, which led to his subsequent firing and replacement by Sylvester McCoy. It wasn't until Big Finish Productions began producing their own licensed Doctor Who audio works that Baker would return to the role, and fans were finally allowed to see just what kind of events the Sixth Doctor went through to mellow his more abrasive and fractious personality into the calmer, friendlier persona he exhibited in his later adventures with companion Perry Brown and then later Melanie Bush. In the time elapsed between Revelation of the Daleks and The Mysterious Planet, we see a noticeable change not only in the Doctor's personality, but also his relationship with Perry. The young American had greatly matured in the time not seen, moving away from the more revealing outfits that actress Nicola Bryant was made to wear at first. She is also more able to stand up to the Doctor, especially since the two no longer argue at the drop of a pin, but rather act more like close friends, in the manner most of the Doctor's companions came to be. The audio adventures featuring Perry helped develop her character beyond the scope she had in her original run on the show, most notably The Reaping, where she returns to Earth and reunites with her mother, only to lose her when she is killed towards the end of the story. This event leads to Perry reconfirming her commitment to continue travelling with the Doctor, since she now has no family ties to Earth anymore. These extended adventures also allowed the listener more of a clue into the relationship between the Doctor and his later companion Melanie Bush. Melanie, whose last name was never established in the show, but rather by both the novels and audios, was never given an origin story, explaining how she came into the Doctor's life. Instead, she was introduced from a later point in the Doctor's personal time stream, as a character witness during his second trial, having already travelled with him for a while. The audios go into more detail with that relationship, although they are not as numerous as adventures with other companions. Given the gap in time between the Doctor being separated from Perry and his first meeting with the present Mel, not the future Mel he met during the trial, the Big Finish audios use this to their advantage, introducing two new companions. The first is Dr. Evelyn Smythe, an older woman compared to his normal younger companions, who joins him and has had the most audio adventures made, compared to companions like Perry and Mel. Given the fact she was a made-for-audio companion, the writers have had a lot of leeway in what to do with her character, and her level-headed thinking and maturity makes her a good match for this Doctor. She is definitely used as a driving force to explain just how the Doctor matures in his time between companions, and also allows Colin Baker a chance to actually have a proper goodbye with a companion. Even though Evelyn has been given a departure story, she's proved popular enough that more audios were made with her in As the Companion, set before her departure from the TARDIS crew. Also, the Sixth Doctor has been given two paradoxical companions, one who has travelled with a past self, another who has travelled with a future self. Charlie Pollard travelled with the Eighth Doctor for some time before being left behind by him accidentally, only to find herself rescued by this previous incarnation, set after Evelyn's departure from the TARDIS. Even though Charlie realised the danger of this anomaly, she was unable to resist travelling in the TARDIS again, but was forced to hide the truth from the Doctor, which only made him more suspicious of her. Eventually, Charlie found a way to resolve the paradox, having the Sixth Doctor's memories of her replaced with an alien girl called Milia, preserving the web of time and settling down on an alien world to live out the rest of her life helping people. With the departure of Charlie, the Sixth Doctor's newest companion has been announced to be Jamie McCrimmon, the former companion of his second incarnation, played by Fraser Hines. The Sixth Doctor and Jamie have already met in the classic Who serial The Two Doctors, but no details as to how and why Jamie joins him, and if it ties into the later travels of the Second Doctor and Jamie, have been released. However, given the fact that both Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant enjoy such a good working relationship, alongside the adventures with Jamie, the latest effort from Big Finish is the production of a new line of audios titled The Lost Stories. The main purpose of this project is to produce the scripts commissioned for what should have been the Sixth Doctor's second full season, before it was replaced with the Trial of a Time Lord arc. Colin Baker has said he is greatly looking forward to this, since it allows him to revisit his original more abrasive and antagonistic interpretation of the Doctor, in essence coming full circle.